They say nothing on the internet ever truly disappears. Every deleted photo, every removed post, every cleared browser history. It's all still out there somewhere, archived on some server, cached in some database. I always thought that was just paranoia, privacy advocates being dramatic. Then I found the archive, and I learned that some things should stay deleted. I'm a cybersecurity researcher. Part of my job involves exploring the less visible parts of the internet. Tor networks, encrypted forums, hidden wikis. Not for anything illegal, I'm studying security vulnerabilities, tracking how information spreads in anonymous spaces. That's how I stumbled onto a link buried in a privacy forum. Just a string of characters and a note. If you want to see what you've forgotten, paste this into Tor. Curiosity got the better of me. The link took me to a page that looked like something from the early 2000s. Black background, green monospace text, no images, no formatting. Just a simple header, the archive. Nothing deleted, everything remembered. Below that was a search bar with instructions. Enter your email address, username, or real name. This had to be a phishing site, some kind of scam to collect personal information. But I was using a VPN, a burner laptop, and a temporary email. What's the worst that could happen? I typed in my main email address and hit enter. The page loaded for about 30 seconds. Then it populated with a list, a long, chronological list of every piece of content I'd ever deleted from the internet. Every embarrassing tweet I'd removed, every cringe Facebook post from high school, every forum comment I regretted and deleted, blog posts from accounts I'd abandoned, photos I'd untagged myself from. It was all there, time-stamped, cataloged, preserved. At first, I was just shocked by the comprehensiveness of it. The archive had everything. Things I'd deleted from platforms that no longer existed. Things I'd posted on sites that had shut down years ago. Things I didn't even remember creating. But as I scrolled deeper, I started to notice entries I didn't recognize at all. There was a blog post dated March 15, 2019. Why I'm leaving. I'd never written that. I'd never had a blog in 2019. I clicked on it. The post opened in a plain text viewer, and my blood ran cold as I read it. I can't do this anymore. I'm sorry to everyone I'm leaving behind, but I have to go. This is the only way. If you're reading this, I'm already gone. It was written in my voice, my writing style, my tone. But I'd never written it. I'd never posted it. I'd never even thought it. Below the post was a timestamp, posted March 15th, 2019, 11:47 p.m. Deleted March 15th, 2019, 11:52 p.m. 5 minutes. It had existed for 5 minutes before being deleted. But March 15th, 2019 was a normal day for me. I was at work. I remember it clearly because it was a Friday before a long weekend. I definitely hadn't posted a suicide note. I scrolled further. More entries I didn't recognize at all. A blog post from 2017. Does anyone else hear the static at night? An email I supposedly sent to myself in 2020. Stop ignoring the signs. You know what you saw. A Reddit comment from 2021. I need help. There's someone in my house who looks exactly like me. None of these were mine. I'd never written any of them. But they were all attributed to my accounts, my email addresses, my usernames.
I should have closed the browser. I should have shut down the laptop and walked away. But I kept scrolling, kept reading, drawn deeper into this archive of things I'd supposedly created and deleted. The entries got worse. Photos I deleted from my phone that I'd never taken. Blurry images of my apartment from angles I couldn't have shot. Pictures of me sleeping, taken from inside my room. Selfies with expressions I'd never made in clothes I didn't own. Then I found the videos. The first was dated 6 months ago. The thumbnail showed my living room. I clicked play. It was security camera footage. But I don't have security cameras. The video showed me coming home from work, making dinner, watching TV. Normal evening routine. But the way it was filmed, the angle, the quality, it looked professional, deliberate. And I was alone in the footage. But I wasn't alone when it was filmed. My roommate was there that night. I remember because we watched a movie together. But in the video, I was by myself, talking to empty air, laughing at nothing, setting 2 plates at the table and eating alone. The video description read, "Before he knew." I clicked on another video, this one from a month ago. Same setup, security footage of my apartment, but this time I wasn't alone. There were 2 of me.
One sitting on the couch watching TV, the other standing in the kitchen cooking. Both moving independently, both doing different things, both clearly me. The video description: during the split. My hands were shaking. This couldn't be real. This said to be deepfakes, AI-generated content, some elaborate prank. But the footage was too detailed, too specific. The way I moved, the clothes I wore, the exact layout of my apartment, down to the coffee stain on the carpet and the crack in the TV stand. The third video was dated yesterday. I didn't want to click it. Every instinct screamed to me to close the browser, destroy the laptop, forget I'd ever found this site. But I clicked anyway. The video opened on my apartment again. But this time, only one of me was visible. I was sitting at my desk, at my laptop, staring at the screen with an expression I'd never seen on my own face. Hollow, empty, wrong. The camera slowly zoomed in on the laptop screen. I was looking at the archive. I was scrolling through the same list I was scrolling through right now. In the video, I clicked on a video, the third video, the one dated yesterday. And in that video within a video, I saw myself at my desk, watching myself at my desk, watching myself at my desk, recursive and infinite, screens within screens, each layer showing the same thing, me, discovering the archive, learning what had been deleted, understanding what it meant. The recursion finally ended on a single frame. The deepest layer of the video showed my face up close, filling the entire screen. And I was smiling. Not my smile. Something else wearing my face. Text appeared over the image. You wanted to know what you'd forgotten. Now you remember. Now you understand. The video ended. Below it was a new entry, time-stamped 5 seconds ago. Final post. The archive reveals what was deleted because it needed to be deleted, what you erased because you couldn't accept it, what you removed because acknowledging it would break you. But nothing stays deleted. Nothing stays forgotten. Eventually, everything resurfaces. Click here to restore all deleted content to your public accounts. My cursor was hovering over the link. I didn't remember moving it there. And I realized I wasn't in control of my hand anymore. I ripped the laptop's power cord out of the wall. The screen went black. I sat there in the darkness, breathing hard, trying to process what I'd just seen. My phone buzzed. A notification from Facebook. You have new posts pending approval. Another from Twitter. You have 47 draft tweets ready to post. My email. 127 messages restored from trash. Every account I owned, every platform I'd ever used was trying to restore content I'd never created. Content the archive claimed I deleted. I spent the next 6 hours going through every account, declining every restoration, blocking every attempt to publish the posts and photos and videos the archive had shown me. But here's what I can't explain. Some of that content did restore, briefly, for just a few minutes before I could delete it again. And during those few minutes, people saw it. Friends, family, coworkers. They messaged me asking if I was okay, asking about the strange posts, asking why I'd written those things, shared those photos, posted those videos. I told everyone my accounts had been hacked. They believed me. Most of them, anyway. But I've seen my analytics. I've checked the timestamps. That content wasn't posted from an unknown location or device. It was posted from my laptop, my IP address, my physical location, while I was sleeping.
I don't use that laptop anymore. I destroyed it, smashed the hard drive, burned the pieces, scattered the ashes. But I still get notifications sometimes. Deleted content available for review. Archived posts awaiting restoration. Memories from X years ago. I ignore them all because I've learned something important about the internet, about memory, about the things we try to forget. Some content gets deleted for a reason. Some memories are removed because they're too painful, too frightening, too impossible to explain.
And the archive doesn't just store what we've deleted. It stores what we should have created, but didn't. What we might have posted in alternate timelines. What versions of ourselves in parallel realities actually did share. Every choice we didn't make. Every word we didn't say. Every version of our lives we didn't live. It's all there, archived, time-stamped, waiting to resurface. The internet doesn't forget, but maybe that's because we're not supposed to forget. Maybe those deleted moments, those erased mistakes, those removed confessions, maybe they're the truest versions of ourselves. Maybe what we choose to delete is what we actually are. And maybe the archive is just showing us what we've always refused to see. I don't know. I don't want to know. All I can tell you is this. If you ever find a link to the archive, if you're ever tempted to see what you've deleted, what you've forgotten, what you've tried to erase from your digital history, don't. Some things are deleted for a reason, and some things, once remembered, can never be forgotten again.